Hello. Happy Thursday, folks. Week number 10. Come on in. I have a thought and I need to get it off my chest. I was going to give you a dirty look. I was going to give you a nasty look. But you already have one. Oh, I love wearing this one around my condo. I love wearing this one. Talking about gum, I got real life haters too. Who wants to know about those? I do. Hey, let's ramble on a little bit as you come in. I'm chewing gum. Did you guys know that chewing gum before you're about to do something makes you 10 times smarter? Because the way your jaw, it has something to do with the hippocampus in the brain. Did you guys know that? I can throw it out now. I'm in my zone. But did you guys know that? I better get this in my garbage pail because you know why? I'm going to have some fun with you guys today. Oh, I got it. I got real life haters. Should I get into it? I always had haters because I'm so charming and good looking. Jealousy comes into play. I'm gonna do it. I'm feeling naughty. I'm feeling naughty. I got a notice in my condo. Should I do this? Yeah, I'm gonna do it anyways. I got a notice in my condo just to show you guys that old Mark, who never had hate. This is just a nugget, and it's gonna be fun because dealing with haters online all the time, there's a silver lining there. I've been getting haters. People get jealous when you succeed in general, but they get even more jealous when you're so charming and handsome, especially other men. Okay, I gotta be careful what I say here. I'm being sarcastic, but when somebody's happy, people get jealous. They do. It's crazy. I got a notice from my condo building because I threw my gum. I always go for a basket in the gym with my gum. And I miss it sometimes, and I usually pick it up and put it in a basket. I suppose one time I forgot to do that because I do it from the cardio machine from far. I got this, Mr. Marc Lalonde. I'll call the person out. I don't care because this came in. It's crazy. This subject line. You think I'm lying? Disposal of chewing gum. I think I know who ratted me out. And if it's who I think it is, buddy, if it's who I think it is, tell your girlfriend to chill out. I'm not doing anything. I'm just working out. And if you want to talk to me, talk to me. We'll go outside and we'll have a little chat. You don't have to go in tattletale. Okay, let's go on. This is pretty unfiltered. It has come to our attention that from time to time, you dispose of your chewing gum while in the exercise room in an inappropriate manner. Blah, blah, blah. It was found on the carpet beside the garbage pail. I would request that you dispose of your chewing gum by placing it in a garbage pail. If you continue to dispose of your gum in an inappropriate manner, you may have your privilege to use the exercise room and the change room suspended by up to 90 days. Are you kidding me? And let me finish. There's a point to this. This was not supposed to happen today, but I think it's hilarious. I thank you for your assistance in this matter. In other words, I should work on my three-pointer. I won't be sarcastic. I'm sorry if you guys are watching. I will be very careful of how I will make sure I dispose of my chewing gum in an appropriate manner. Yours truly, AMG Property Management, agents for Carlton Condominium Corporation, number 68, Mr. Reed McClellan, BA CPM Property Manager. No problem, Reed. I'll watch where I dispose of my gum. I'll do it in an appropriate manner. So here's my point. This was not supposed to happen. Now you're getting a real thought. My first instinct was kneecaps. Kneecaps or Molotov cocktail. Just my, not for real, but like I'm like, whose kneecaps am I popping? Just the initial reaction. I don't mean for real. Hello, that's a joke. But the anger. And then I thought, why am I not upset? I'll just make sure I sink my baskets. I'll make sure I work on my shot. No, I won't leave gum on the floor anymore. Okay? The point I'm making is I wasn't upset. I was like, okay, well, it's funny. It made me laugh. I'm actually going to save it because I think it's hilarious, actually. I think it's really hilarious. So, the anonymous complainer caused this to happen, and I don't care. I'm so beyond this little stuff that old Mark, that didn't have to go through a flurry of haters on the interwebs, this would upset him. Who said that? Who reported me? Who did? Honestly, and I'm just a better person because of the hate I suffer from online. I'm actually a better person. Isn't that cool? The hate online was a blessing. So when I get hate in real life, what that used to do, it used to get me in trouble. I used to confront the people, and sometimes it would become physical. Like, nobody wants any of that. So I'm just like, okay, no problem. As a matter of fact, if you look at the silver lining, it made me laugh. Like, I got giggles out of it. And yeah, I don't want to be too sarcastic about the situation, but the hate was a blessing in disguise online. It made me more resilient. It made me more compassionate as well. The person who's hating on me, first of all, if it's who I think it is, tell your girlfriend to stop physically touching me and stuff. Like, I'm just working out, yo. If that's the person, and really come and talk to me. You don't have to go through all this. I'm very understanding, and I'll make sure that we resolve this in I'm not saying that it's because I know they probably watch me online. Hello, if it's you. If it's not you, could be anybody. I didn't say any names. But my point is, it doesn't bother me. I'm compassionate. The people who bring up this hate, they have the issues, guys. So when you, my little boomers, you guys here, when you start getting hate, feel bad for them in terms of, don't feel bad like in a vindictful way, but have compassion. If they have to hate on other people, it's just a demonstration of their issues, not yours. Keep doing what you're doing, guys. Okay? There's another endorsement for the crossing of the hate chasm, if you remember from 2 or 3 weeks back. Okay? Now that just came out of complete left field. Oh, chewing of the gum. I got to go in another left field. These are too good. When I said chewing gum makes you smarter, that will be one of my TikToks. And I am training on TikTok after this is all done in another month or so, maybe at the beginning of May. TikTok is the platform. Shout out to Jean-Serge Gagnon. He's a TikTok guy. We talk about TikTok all the time. Again, this is a little side road, but I think it's important for me to plant the seed that I will be diving into TikTok. It's a blue ocean still, believe me. Movie stars are going on TikTok, yo, for their kids and stuff. It's already the biggest thing, and it's got no sign of slowing down. Now, what I've done is I learned something from Jean-Serge. Thank you, Jean-Serge, by observing. What Jean-Serge has taught me, he didn't teach me like this. The things you learn are usually not by what people teach you, by the way. You look at what they do. You guys know when I always say, teach what I teach? I don't necessarily learn from doing what people teach me to do. I learn from doing what they're doing. So what Jean-Serge did, hey buddy, how you doing, man? I see you there. He hooked up. let me use a different terminology. He collaborated with a TikToker who's got 1.7 million. Is that right, brother? 1.7 million followers. He just collaborated with her. And I'm like, he doesn't teach that. He doesn't teach how to hook up with people, but he did it. And I'm like, genius. I'm going to start using my charm to connect with people who have millions of followers. So that's what I did. And I had to use my charm though. Like I had to, I couldn't just say, hey, you want to do a course with me? But I started connecting with people, and now I already not hooked up, I gotta stop using those words. I already connected with a girl who's in our niche, like business. She generates leads from TikTok. She does that. She's not just doing a random dancing channel. She extracts the leads, and like one of her last videos got 300,000 views on her thing, on her TikTok, and she's been able to siphon and funnel that into her Instagram, and her followers are going up. So now she's redirecting them as business leads. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm connected, like it's whoa. And now that brings two other connections. And so I'm thinking of bringing in a panel of TikTokers, because I got what? I think I did break 10 followers. Yeah, 10, not 100 and not 10,000, 10, not 10. So I don't know what I'm doing at this point, but I wanted to plant that seed. Who wants to learn TikTok? I mean, I'm not going to be teaching much. I'm not. I'm going to bring in people with results like I just explained. Definitely specifically in the business niche, and definitely with the purpose of extracting people into your Aweber or into your custom pixel. Who would be interested in that? Put it in the chat. There, I dropped a lot of seeds. That was long, but it's okay. We had fun today. I had fun. I hope you did too. Today, we are going to continue from last Thursday where we built. Yeah, you guys want the TikTok. I know you do want the TikTok. Let me go back on track. Today, we're expanding on the most important thing you can possibly do for your business and the future of your success. More than TikTok. TikTok is a means to the end. The end is this, the Octo Content Model. TikTok is going to simply be another octopus leg on Oliver. That's what it is. It's going to be bringing back leads. Is that clear? The Octo Content Model is the most important thing. And I'm going to paint a picture for you. I know we're a little long, but this is that important. Okay, let me tell you what we're covering today. It's pretty darn dang simple. Pretty dang simple. It's not simple, but what we're covering is we're creating your blog post. Last week, there's something else that I missed out last week. I got a lot of messages. I didn't show you guys how to put the banner on your homepage with those images that keep scrolling by. You guys want to learn that today? Want me to do that as soon as we share screens? Let me know in the chat. I have me and Tony Robbins, me and this. You guys want, I said I would do it, and we got so busy last week creating your blog from scratch that we didn't do it. Would you like me to add that in? Yeah? Of course you would. So I'm going to do that quick. Then we're going to go right into the blog post itself. And we're going to create the whole blog post. That blog post will include, let me rifle them off. Come on. That blog post will include, as that loads up, because I'm getting my screen sharing stuff ready. I should have had that loaded up actually. And then I want to talk about something. I want to talk, who here is familiar with clubbing? Who here is familiar with clubbing? As I'm loading this up, put it in the chat. Who's familiar with clubbing? And then I'll return to the clubbing. That's my lesson today. Yeah, on your blog post, we are going to have, we showed it last week, but we didn't implement it. Your blog post will contain a picture that shows up everywhere on everywhere you share, the blog text, the YouTube embedded video, the YouTube link that goes externally to your YouTube channel, the actual SoundCloud clip of your podcast, and a little blurb about you. I think it's 200 words or 500 words. All that. That's the dream blog post. That's what we're doing today. Who's excited? I'm pumped up. Now let's talk about clubbing. Clubbing. What do I mean by clubbing? Golf clubbing. Who's familiar with golf clubbing? Can you even say that? I don't think so. So I wrote this down and check this out. How much do pro golfers make? I'm going to take a sip of something. Hey, let's crack a new one open. This will be a nugget. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. I can feel it. This will be a nugget that today we're going with the hardcore apple because this is a hardcore topic. It's not alcohol because I know some people commented on that. I thought you quit drinking. I did. I'm super clean. You could actually tell by my face. Like everything about me, even like there's no veins in the eyeballs. My whole body repaired itself. Alcohol is crazy killer, and so are drugs. In case you didn't know, because I know you care. I'm like, I've never been this clean in my life. My synapses are connecting. I may not be a genius. I may actually be a savant. I'm not sure yet. Let's keep going without alcohol. Had to throw in a joke. So this is a energy drink, Rockstar, sugar-free, sponsored by Rockstar Thermo. Like 3 cups of coffee. I'm supposed to say that to get my check. I ditched my Coke sponsorship because I can't endorse a product I don't believe in or like. Let's go. Pro golfers. How much do pro golfers make? Did you guys know that it's the highest paid professional sport? I did not know this. I recently found out probably 6 months ago. Professional golfers get paid the most. More than basketball, football, baseball is golfers. Did you guys know that? There's a lesson to be learned here. I didn't know that. Did you know that? If you want to know why, there's an awesome documentary on Netflix that explains why. It's the amount of tournaments they're allowed to enter in a year. And even if they place number 90 or whatever, the accumulated rankings, they don't need to be number 1 at all. At all. They just need to be okay and show up at every tournament. And they're $50 million at the end of the year. It trumps. Should I take them down? I'm going to take it down. Will this reach? Oh, will this reach? Will this reach? I'm going to take it down for a visual effect. Their income at the end of the year, if they show up in all tournaments and they're just okay and placed in the top 10 of each tournament, it trumps. It trumps. Anyone dropping off yet? I'm proud to say it trumps anybody's salary in any other professional sport. Why did I say that? Because it all comes down to one swing. It really does. It really does. I mean, they may use different clubs. They may take wind into consideration, but it's based on how good they could swing, how good they could. Here, I want to read what I wrote down because it was so good. And I'm going to say this. It's the skill of golf clubbing. It should be swinging, but I'm going to call it golf clubbing. So in golf clubbing, first they need to learn how to hit the ball. Number 1, you got to hit the ball. Then once you know how to hit the ball, you got to hit the ball well to make more money. Or yeah, there you go. You just got to first start by hitting the damn ball. And this is a beautiful analogy or metaphor or whatever, comparison, whatever you want to call it. You got to hit the ball. Then once you can hit the ball, then you work on hitting that ball well. Then once you hit the ball well, then you work on hitting the ball extremely well. But you're still hitting the ball. When you start golfing, I can speak from experience. I can still never always hit the ball. But I'm getting better at it. I'm hitting the ball more often. And I'm getting better. Soon I'll be hitting the ball well. and hopefully extremely well, because it's a sport I think I'm going to enjoy as I get a little older. No, it's a fun sport. I like it because I get to challenge myself, and I'm not that good at it. It's very rare that I'm not good at something. So, the skill of octo-contenting, I'm going to call it that. The skill of octo-contenting is just like the skill of golf clubbing. It is. It's the best. I'm going to blow my own mind here. Putting your piece of content through the octo-content model, these whole 12 weeks we've gone through, and we're almost done. We're getting into podcasts next, and then Alexa Voice, she's off. I turned her off in advance. And then syndicating on all platforms. That's hitting the ball, like hitting the ball in golf. Putting your piece of content through that, it'll be rough. You'll screw up. How do I upload to Wix? How do I get my podcast episode up? I don't know how to get it on iTunes. It's really sloppy, but I got it done. I hit the ball. I sliced it, but I hit the ball. That's what you need to do. Hit the ball. Put your second piece of content, it'll become a little easier, then a little easier, then a little easier. Then the skill of octo-contenting, I say, run it through is like hitting the ball. Run it through. The octo-content, your piece of content, that's like hitting the ball. Hitting the ball well would be like running it through well. No bugs, no nothing. Hitting the ball extremely well in golf, that's where you make all the money. If you octo-content, we're going to turn that into a verb. How's your octo-content? Have you been octo-contenting lately? I don't always octo-content, but when I do, I octo-content extremely well. The act of octo-contenting, I'm having fun with this, but I'm really trying to paint this picture. Right now I'm doing it okay. Well, by the time we're done, create content, goes on the blog, goes on the YouTube, go through all our weeks. You cut up, you put the CTA at the end, you put the intro, you make a video clip of it, then you make a sound file episode for the iTunes for your podcast for it. You upload it to SoundCloud, then you make a video clip, then you take that video clip's audio, you make an audio clip for Alexa for a flash briefing. You're instantly in millions of homes pretty much the way we're going to cover it. And then you syndicate to all platforms with calls to action to bring back leads. That's like hitting the ball. Once you start doing that well with every piece of content you do, the money will come. It's like hitting the golf ball well. Once you hit it extremely well, this is when you're going to start adding extra little features and bells and whistles, and you may make your images more professionally. But first, hit the damn ball. That's why I need you to take this seriously. Did I paint that picture good? I'm going to leave you with this. The skill of octo-contenting is like the skill of golf clubbing. In golf clubbing, you hit the ball, you may become pro. You will become pro. You hit the ball well, you'll become a well-paid pro. If you hit the ball exceptionally well, you're going to make a fortune. In this skill of octo-contenting, if you run it through the octo-content, hit the ball, you'll be a pro. You will be a pro. You will be a pro in this game. If you run it through, hit the ball well, you'll make some money. You'll make pretty good money. But if you hit the ball, or if you run it through, hit the ball in octo-contenting extremely well, you will make a fortune. That was awesome, Mark. I'm going to clap for myself. Well done. I got it. I don't know if any of you got it. So, are you guys ready? We're going to share the screen and we're going to go to work. That was a 24-minute intro. I don't mind. I enjoyed today. Even if I'm the only one. If you were on the if you saw last week's session number 9, I said I'm just going to do my thing. Hopefully I helped some people along the way, but I detached myself on all the hate, obviously. Okay, let's go. Let me know when you see my screen, please.
Okay, are we good? Please, in the chat, let me reload this. We're going to go full screen today, so we're going to need a few tabs. There's a bit of a delay. Can you guys see me and Tony here? Can you guys see my blog, please? Awesome, thank you. Thank you. Okay, you guys ready to get sloppy? We're going to start with this, like I promised. You guys want to learn how to do this, and I would understand why. It's super powerful. I'm just thinking, as we're all here together, where do I go for this? Yes, it will be sloppy. Here we go, Mark running around like a chicken with his head cut off once again. I'm going to open up a new tab, and I will go to my Wix editor. So just to summarize really quick, what we're doing is first we're going to implement this. I think it's called an interactive slider. I'm going to show you a couple of examples of this, because if you go onto my, just go anywhere. If I go to webinars, for example, you'll notice I also have a video. This is a video. The guy's typing in the back there. You barely see him moving, but that's a video in the back. But it's not a slider. That's just a video that I, should I say this? Yeah, I'll say it, that I took from YouTube. Just really quick disclaimer, because I should be saying these on every webinar. I can't recommend that you screenshot videos that you do not own on a webinar publicly. I can't say that. Okay? You understand? I can't say that. Now that a lot of people are seeing my content and my audience is growing, I must say this. You should be paying for your videos and the rights to the videos you use. Okay, are we good? Can we move forward now? Okay, so if I go to podcasts here, I have a video that reflects podcast. If I go to interviews, I have a video that I choose. Okay? These are videos that I select, that I find reflects interviews. If I go to testimonials, this is a video that I select. So these are not in Wix. I literally went online and started searching for videos I wanted. There is a cool site. Should I get into this? Yeah, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to give you a site. It's called artgrid.io. Am I correct on this? Artgrid.io. That's the one. Okay. So this is, we'll check it out. Look how cool these videos are. Now, once again, I don't want to be, I don't know how much they cost. I'm not going to reveal that here. This is just an option, but YouTube also has good videos. I can't tell you the source of the videos that I use because they're so random, guys. I go on YouTube, I go on Google, I find videos that I like, that I think work with what I'm trying to do here. Okay, so the point was, I have to get these videos myself. Okay, there we go. That's just an option. This is an option. I'm not sure what the pricing is. Okay, good, done. Let's go to our Wix back office, and we're going to, are we going to build both? Yeah, you guys want to see me build both really quick? This is one that's, let me know in the chat if you want me to see me build one of these as well. I call it a page theme. A page theme. That's what I call it. And there you have it. I will implement a page theme if you guys want to see that. And I will also implement a page slider, which is, you can go through the arrows here. You see how these little dots are changing? Let me show you guys how to make these last a certain amount of time, so on and so forth. So what do you say we just do it? Let's go. I'm going to go to my Wix back office. Super disclaimer for those of you who are new here. We are using Wix. We're not using WordPress or any other blogging platform. Therefore, I shall just continue with Wix and not mention any of the other platforms. Done. Quick little disclaimer, and here we go. So, time to scramble a little bit, Mark. I'm going to go to my site actions. You're going to have to watch the replay, okay, guys? Because I'm going to go fast. I'm gonna go fast in trying to remember where I clicked. I'm always kind of like, I don't know a lot of these steps by heart. But that's okay. I get them done, and I'm gonna go to edit site. I'm going to work on my Wealthy Trainer blog, not the Joseph Marcel blog, because we're working on a blog post after this. We're doing these sliders first, and then we're literally going and we're creating this brand new, this whole blog post template. This could be a very long session, or it can be a very quick session. Let me keep moving, okay? It's going to take the time it's going to take. When it comes to technical stuff like this, there's no real shortcuts, because I do want to share with you the mistakes I've done along the way. So here's the direct path. Site actions, we're going to edit the site, okay? Step number 1, there we go. We are in it to win it, folks. So let's go do the headers, the sliding videos. There we go. What do we want to start with? I'm going to start by just showing you. No, I'm going to do both real quick. But now this is one that I've implemented. Something to note is that this text is within my video. So this is a video. If I select here, okay, now this is all important. You can try to take notes, or you can watch this replay and pause. That's what I recommend you do, because it's going to go really fast here. It says slide 1 to 11 on my header. Now that's because I put in 11, and you can just go from slide to slide to slide to slide. This is once it's built. We're going to go build one from scratch here on one of my virgin pages. I think Sweat is a virgin. It is a virgin page. So I'm going to implement a brand new one. But I just want to show you the navigation here. Here it is like this. And then you go to Manage Slides up here. And it will show you all the slides. And you can select any slide from the menu here, and it will go to the slide on the page. So if I go to Sales, there we go. If I go to Fitness, there we go. Now, how do you modify this? Well, you just go here on the 3 dots. No, you don't. You don't do that. You don't do that. This is where you select them. Here you can duplicate them and rename them. But that's the limit of what you can do here. If you want to replace the slide, replace the video, what you need to do is go on the one you want to replace, and then you have to come back out, and once it's on the page itself, you need to click Change Slide Background. Okay, see that up here? Once you do that, then here you go to video. Or image. You can have an image too. You don't need to have a video. You go to video. And from here, you select the video of choice from your uploaded media on Wix. Now, this you will upload from your computer one time, and then it's uploaded on your Wix video storage space. Yeah, that's right. That sounds right to me. That's what it is, really. So now you know a little bit how to navigate on this to change it and edit it. Yeah, I think I covered it pretty much. You can play here, little play button to show you what it will look like. Another quick thing I want to show you before we create one from scratch is that if you close this and you click this little gear icon up here, settings, this is where you put the amount of time between your slides, and this is how you want your slides to come in. So for me, you notice how they slide from side to side to side to side. If I wanted them to drop from the from top to bottom, just drop in, I'd select this. And if I wanted nothing to happen, just for them to disappear and appear, I'd select nothing. So let's go create it. I think I showed you everything that I use. I did show you everything that I use for this. Now the videos are edited in Camtasia for my liking, but they're just clips from some of my content. Really, that's all it is. Okay, so let's go. I'm going to go and I'm going to... Did I make any changes? I don't believe so. I hope not. So I'm going to publish that. Okay, so nothing changed here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create one from scratch. I'm going to go to my sweat section because my sweat principles is a page that I haven't created yet. So to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to menus and pages up here. Then it shows me all of my pages. Now I'm using my sweat page. If I select it here, it will pop up on the page and I'll be on that page. But this is just to show you guys because you will be implementing this on your home page. But I'm going to show you guys I think it's called a theme or maybe a slider bar. Let's go implement that first and then I'll do the moving. Let's go look at the names. Let's figure out what they are first. So this would be called a strip background. This is called a strip background, okay? So let's do a strip background and then we will do let me just go look at what the names are so we get these right. Strips. This is a strip. That's why we're changing the strip background. And the other one that I use on the homepage is called an interactive. So there we go. We got some terminology now. We got a strip and we got an interactive. If you look, if I hover over strip here, first let me go back. I'm gonna add one just like from scratch. So it's the plus sign on the left here, okay? You hover over the plus sign, it will say add. Click on add. I'm gonna add a strip. So once I hover over this, there are all kinds of categories and they all work in the same way. Now I believe I used this one right here, this one here. This is the one I used. Check this out. I'm gonna add this one, a new one. Just to show you, once I add it, it throws it on my page and I can move it wherever I want. Look at this, isn't that awesome? Now this is this. I've turned this into this. Let's look how that looks live. I'm gonna publish this. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my live site. Here it is right here, okay. Okay, I'm going to go to my sweat principles. I'm going to reload. And there it is. So I turned this into this simply by bolding the text and adding a video. You ready? We'll go do that now. You'll see how simple this is. Now I think the important thing here for you to know is that you can add this into any page, anywhere you want. You can add an image in the background. You can add a video in the background. And I really believe I showed you the simplest way to do it, really. Because it wasn't that easy for me. I didn't even know you could do this, first of all. First of all, I didn't know it was possible to do in Wix. I've seen them all over the internet. Like headings like this all over the internet with a repeating video, and I'm like, how do they do that? So knowing it can be done is one thing, but knowing how to do it is another. It's crazy. Like now you know how to do this in 2 seconds. Change strip background right up here. Here we are. You can change it to an image. You can even use their predefined videos or images. I considered this one actually. I may even consider this one. I really, really like it. It's a tiger. And see how cool that is? Now here's what's really cool about this. You can play it from here like I showed you earlier and see how that looks. Look at that. How cool is that? Isn't that cool? That is superb. Look at the drool and everything. I love that. Okay, so just to show you, you can use their predefined ones. Images, of course. Look how these are beautiful images. These you can use legally, by the way. So let's go upload a video of our own. Now these are videos that I put in myself, okay? I'm going to go and just select this one. Okay, and you can see what it looks like. That's for my show Selfie Talkie. I just took this video from the internet, okay, and I uploaded it myself. Change background right here. There it is. Let's play it to see how it looks. How cool is that, eh, guys? And then you just double click the text. I could bold it and you'll see how it's exactly like my top text. I'm just going to bold it right here. You see? Just like that. Okay. Go. Pretty much the same. I may have changed the font because it looks much more bold here. But you change the font all from the side as well. Let's publish that. See how that looks? And you've just gotten a course into how to create what's called a strip, right? Is that what they call it? Yeah, a strip. See how easy that was? Super awesome, right? Super awesome. So I'm going to go and delete that because I don't want that. And I'm going to go create the one on the home page. So let's delete that. I'm just hitting the delete button and I'm publishing. Get rid of that on my live site. And here we go. Let's go create the other one. And you're going to notice now this will go very, very, very quickly because it's the same concept as I basically showed you how to do it. So let's go. I'm going to go add. It's called interactive, as I mentioned. From here, you see the only real differences are the arrows, the font. The differences are very subtle. Now, depending on what you want to do, pick the one you like, but I deleted the text, okay? Let me show you what I mean by that. I'm going to go and I'm just going to pick the most simple one like this one, make things happen. Okay, so that's really cool on its own. I'm dragging it down. Now you see the way it works the exact same way as the strip. So the interactive works just like the strip. And I showed you, you can look at the ones they give you. As a matter of fact, this is super cool. Like look at what they give you to start with. Make things happen. Tell your story. Make things happen. Like it's really nice. I think this is beautiful. Even the colors, and it's a good start. Like the perception of you being a professional is like boom, right in your face. Okay. Let's modify it and see how easy this is. Now about the text, you can modify their text, but if you look on mine, I just want to show you, my text is within my video. So my text is not part of the Wix editor. Now I didn't use their text. I don't really think I need to go into detail to why I do every little thing I do, but I will tell you anyways, because it'll take me 2 seconds. Why did I put my text in the image and remove it altogether here? That's what I did. I removed it. So why didn't I just type in personal fitness trainer? Does anybody know why I did that? And if you go to Ellapreneurs, which is my MLM company, if you go there, you'll notice that they're using the same. I'm sure they're using Wix as well. They're basically doing what we're doing, for sure. And they did it after we did. I gotta say that every time. I'm just bugging. I'm just playing. But guess what? They also have this in their video. And I'm gonna go ahead and guess that they did this as well in their video. It's not text. They didn't use the Wix text. I'm gonna go ahead and guess that. Probably for the same reason I did. Is it because of the font? The curly fonts? No, you can do those in Wix as well. Can anybody guess why we're not using the text in here? I'm going to look in the chat. I'm just curious. Take a little sip of tea right here. Actually, that was coffee. Yes, I have coffee, I have tea, and I have my energy drinks all by my side. The reason is for browser support and for device support. No, not support. Compatibility. Compatibility. I have I got 2 different generations of iPads here. I got 2 generations of iPhones. I've got 2 generations of Android phones. I've got everything. I've got Windows. I've got Mac now. I've got everything, or Mac, Apple. I've got every device in my money-making dungeon here for testing. And for me, it needs to be good on all platforms and devices. There we go. I spent a lot of time on that. So let's go take care of this. Here we go. I'm selecting the image. Now, manage slides is exactly like I showed you guys in a second ago there. I go from slide to slide to slide. I'm going to go select a slide and replace the video. You guys remember? I just said how to do that. I'm asking you if you remember because I don't even remember. I don't even remember what I had for breakfast today. I'm kind of like that. Close. Change slide background. Let's go get a video. There we go. I'm going to go grab one of my videos. And here's how you upload media. Very simple, guys. Just go grab it from your computer. I will use something different here. Let's go with an image and a video. So I'm going to go with here's a wealth video there. I like that one. That's beautiful. Change background. Make things happen. I'm going to go to the next slide right from here. Look, you don't have to do anything. Next slide right from here. You guys see where I am? Change the video. I'm going to put an image for this one. Just an image. Change background. Oh, only videos. You know why? Because I chose video. If I wanted an image, I select image. Now, if I want to go to my images, where do I go? My board, site files. Site files, found it. Told you. I've been a little sloppy, but that was I was really stuck there. I couldn't find it. Site files. I'm going to go grab an image now of my own. Let's go with the homeless guy. Beautiful. Go to the next slide. And select the video again now. And we will go with, I don't know, what do we want to go with? We will go with the card game. There we go. Random. I call this random hacks. Change background. Okay, I think we're good. Let's take a look at them. Let's play them. We can play them from here. This one has text. Beautiful. That looks good to me. Next, tell your story, and that looks good. And this one does not have text. And let's play it from here. Okay, so let's publish this and see how it looks. And that will cover. It took a long time to show you guys this. But I promise you one thing. It may have taken us 15-20 minutes to teach you all this. It would have taken you a lot more to figure it out on your own. That is a promise. There we go. There we go. I'm going to go back. Now I'm on my live site. I'm going to go to sweat. And then I'm going to go refresh. There we have it. It's beautiful, eh? See, now I think I had it set at 7 seconds, whatever the default was. Maybe 3 seconds. Yeah, it has to be 3 seconds. Look how quick that is. Let's go take a look. Let's go take a look. I'm going to click here. I'm going to click settings. 3 seconds, you see? That's why it's taking 3 seconds. That's how you modify that. And you can also skip. There you go. Okay, guys, all done. I'm going to go delete this because I don't want this on my site. Select. I'm clicking the delete button on my keyboard. Done. Nice. I'm kind of happy that we did that today because last week we went an hour and 20 minutes. I think we're going to be about an hour 15 today, maybe an hour 20 again. So we're going into the blog post. I'm really happy with how this is going today anyways. And that's all that matters as long as I am happy. Okay, so we got this. Now what we're going to do is we're going to adjust our blogs. I'm going to refresh this, make sure this is clean. Okay, we're good. Okay, so now, blog. You guys ready for the subject matter at hand? Full of nuggets today, like crazy, but it's this is what we're working on. This is moving forward. I'm going to click on fear. Okay, so you guys are aware there's a blog section. I don't need to really review this. You guys, we created our site last week in part 1 last week, which was setting up your blog. Now we're populating your blog. We've already been kind of doing that anyways with your story. And yeah, I mean, we're up to this part where we need to create this perfect blog post. So I'm going to use Roscoe the dog, which is this one. Select that. And here we have it. I'm going to scroll down to show it to you guys first. There it is. The perfect blog post. There it is. So this is what we're doing today. We're creating this from scratch. It's different from creating a page. Much different from creating a page. Okay, so now I'm going to go in and duplicate this perfect blog post, because by duplicating it, by creating the perfect blog post one time, it's very, very much like doing a save as. I think many of you may relate to this in as a template, really. You may know it, the wording for you may be a template. So once you have this perfectly down, then you don't have to recreate the perfect heading, the perfect image size, the perfect video dimensions. You just replace the video code, you replace the video link, you replace the podcast episode code. You keep this the same. You know what I mean? I think you guys know what I mean. So we're going to create this once, and this will serve you for every single blog post you do. Okay? So I think the best way to do it is to just jump in right away. So I'm going to go back to my Wix editor. And now we have to go to a different section. So let me just kind of give you a little refresher here. When we go here to menu and pages and we click that, these are all our pages. You probably don't have a lot of pages yet, and you probably won't have a lot of pages. But a page and a blog post are different. How am I going to explain this? A page would be the parent, and the blog post would be the child, and they're referred to as that. No, that I'm getting too complicated. Way too complicated. Scratch what I said. Pages contain blog posts, and pages utilize blog posts. So Again, you should probably scratch that. I'm getting too technical. I think it's too complicated and doesn't need to be. When you create a blog post, all you have to worry about is creating that blog post, because your pages and your website will automatically take those blog posts and put them where they need to be. That's a better way of saying it. Okay, so an example would be when you start creating a bunch of blog posts, all you do is worry about creating those blog posts. Your website will throw that blog post into SEO. Your website will throw the blog posts into your featured section automatically. So if I go here, for example, on my home page, it will throw it here automatically. You don't need to do anything. So as long as you keep creating blog posts, it will be very dynamic. Okay? So there, I probably said too much. It's because I just want you to understand, the more blog posts you create, the more your site will become value rich, and the more it will kind of populate itself. You know, you have a top 5 section. You're going to have like the top 5 blogs. You're going to have different sections within the blogs, but it all comes down to creating more of these built in the perfect way. Wow, that took a while to say, but I'm happy with the way I said it, I think. I hope I didn't overcomplicate it. All this is automatic. So what I'm going to do is, let's go back. This is not a page. It's not a page. So what it is right down here. This is where you need to go. So if you go down here, you see that little pen that says My Blog? Here's where it gets tricky. Well, it doesn't get tricky because I'm going to reveal to you what to do right now. Once you click that, you want to go to Manage Posts. Whew, it's a real big deal. It's a real big, if you don't know, if the last 10 seconds that I just spoke, click here and click here, is going to save a lot of people a lot of headaches. That's where you need to be now. And what that's going to do, that's going to bring you to your blog post management window. I just made that up, but that's what it is. It's a blog post management window. This is, you guys see how this is a different place from where you manage your pages. Okay? Okay, I think that was pretty clear. You could create a new post here. You'll probably need to do this if you're doing it from scratch. But once you have one done, I could go edit here. I'm going to show you how it looks done. There it is. That's the perfect blog post. So what I would do, I'm going to close this out. I'm going to go back. If I wanted to create a new blog post, all I would do would be like this and go duplicate post. Duplicate post. And what happens? Duplicated. Copy of. I'm going to close this. I'm going to publish. Am I going to save it or publish it? It's saved. I'm not going to publish it yet. I'm going to close it. Oh, I closed the whole blog management window, but that's okay, because now what I'll do is I'll go back here. You'll get used to doing this. Go to blog, go to manage posts. Okay, it didn't save it. I should have probably published it. Or I closed it out too early maybe. Let me do it again. I'm going to duplicate it. Duplicate post. I'm going to publish success post duplicated. Okay, we'll get into that in a sec. I'm going to publish it. There it is. It's there now. So if I come out and I come back in, there it is, okay? Now it's published on the site. I'm not sure if I want to do that. I think I want to modify it before I publish it. I probably do. Let me see if I could select that right now. Manage posts. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to use this strategy to get in all the time. Revert to draft. Okay, good. Yeah, well, yeah, that's what. But now it's in draft. So if I have to go and find it, I believe I have to go to drafts. There we go. You see on the left? There we go. There we go. There we go. That's the one. Copy of. Can I delete that? Delete. Move to trash. Yes, perfect. There we go. What's that? Want Miss Deb. That's when I was working with a client, Miss Deb. How you doing, Miss Deb? Move to trash. Okay, so it saves your drafts here. Excellent. This is beautiful. We're learning together. This is where the draft is, and once we publish it, it will go into published. See? It's sloppy today, guys, but it's very useful. So now let's go work on our draft. And I'm going to recreate every section from here, and you'll be able to replicate this when you create a new blog post, okay? Here we go. So we're going to start with the heading. So the heading's default, I believe, is H1. I just keep it as is. I keep the formatting as is. I just want to say that the use of emojis is my choice. What's really important here is this probably isn't the best heading. I'm getting better with this, but your heading really is everything. It's what's going to pick up in Google searches. It's what's going to be used mostly all the time for SEO. So your heading is kind of like something you want to probably spend some time on deciding on. You may want to use Google Analytics for this, okay? Or you may even want to go into Google search and look for recommended searches. Let's go do that. What the heck? Why not, right? I'm going to go to google.com. I want to give you guys the most value possible in the shortest amount of time. So if I wanted to go to being fearful. Okay, now that's probably not what I'm looking for. But what I'm trying to facing your fears. Okay, maybe not. If I go fears. Now, see, maybe this is a little out of scope of this training. But I guess my point is, you can get creative on this. When you punch in words into Google, it will give you the most searched recommendations, okay? So, fear. See? Fearless. You can put in, I'm going to go fear feeds fear. Let's see. There you can get some ideas. And if you scroll to the bottom, look, there's all kinds of recommendations here. Now, this probably isn't really useful for the scope of this training, but it will give you an idea of what things are being searched. And as I move forward in my journey, I will be more conscientious. No, that's not the word. I'll be more attentive to the headings I use. Now, this could go very long tonight. That was not the purpose. To be honest with you, being a good copywriter, I think they call it copywriter, writing good copy is an art on its own. I know there are so many people in the Laboom Squad who are incredible copywriters. I'm getting better. When I say copywriting, I mean writing copy. I don't mean the legal term, copyright. So you want to be very aware, that's the word, I guess, and attentive to what your heading is, because that's the heading we use throughout your whole blog post. Whoa, way too long, Mark. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually create a new blog post, okay? I'm going to do my Jeff Bezos one from scratch. So all I'm doing is I'm using, this is the heading that and the font, which is Avenir, I believe. Let me go look. Let's see. Yeah, the default font I believe is Avenir. I just use the defaults of the fonts that are in our theme. So there's not much to do except change what the template is. So if I go here, I'm going to go unboxing Jeff Bezos. because that's a new blog post of mine. So what's better than doing a brand new blog post with you guys right here, right? I'm going to go change my emoji. If you guys want to use emojis, I think they're super effective. They show up in Google searches. They pop out in the search terms. It's amazing to have your emojis pop up everywhere. I don't know if there is some research behind this, or I wouldn't be doing it. So that's up to you. But if you want to find some emojis that go with your blog post, there's a little ditty called emojipedia.org. That's emojipedia.org. Enter. And you can type in whatever you like here. So I want a box. And I want a package. That's what I want for my theme. Or for my blog post right here. Now I may be rambling on a little bit because I'm actually doing work with you guys right now, okay? So you can throw in questions in the chat. If you guys help each other out, that'd be awesome too. So I'm going to go and I just copy from here when I find the emoji I want. I'm going to go back to my editor. I'm going to paste it. There it is. Okay. Now I'm going to go to my post settings in a sec here because I want the URL to reflect this. But I have an image as well for unboxing Jeff Bezos. Now we're going to go into my local files, okay? Now everything we've done in the Octo content thus far, I've pretty well done to Jeff Bezos. So let's go in there now. I'm going to go and show you guys my home computer. There we go. Okay. So I have a blog section on my home computer. I back up everything now. I'm not going to get messed up again by anybody. You know who's going to mess me up in the future? Nobody. Not even Facebook, not even nobody. Not even Wix. I'm sorry there. I'm just really protective of my data in terms of backups. So I now have a content folder with all of my blog categories. If I go into, these are all my blog posts, but with all the content within. If I go into life hacks, these are my categories. You don't have to be overly concerned with like my structure. We don't go into this level of detail because I don't know how you want to structure your brand. I don't know if you'll be talking about health or wealth or whatever, right? So I'm going to go to random. There it is. I have a folder for unboxing Jeff Bezos. There are all the files for that blog post. Yes, there are a lot of files. If I go to Fear Feeds Fear, you'll notice that's where I got my Alexa flash briefing. That's where I have my podcast episode. That's where I have my quotes. That's where I have my cover art. That's where I have my original video. That's where I have my video clips. And let's attack this now, actually. If you look in the naming of the images, this is important. This is super important. You guys paying attention? We're going to go to unboxing Jeff Bezos. For this blog post, I want those keywords. Unboxing Jeff Bezos. It's very intriguing. Again, we won't go into the writing of the copywriting skills, but these are good keywords. Unboxing Jeff Bezos. People search Jeff Bezos all the time. Now what I've done is I've added my name and I've added my brand in the name of the image. I'm not sure if I said this earlier in past trainings, but it's extremely important. Now, as I'm moving forward, the date is not important. So you'll notice if I go in Fear Feeds Fear, I took out all the dates. I will do the same thing in Jeff Bezos as well. The dates are not important. I could do it now or I could do it later. I'll do it later because I just don't want to take up more time than I need to. I'm doing work right now with you guys. I just don't need to do that. But I don't need the dates The dates were for my own reference, but since I'm storing everything in folders, the folders will be in order. I don't know if that makes sense. Now we're getting into like personal file management. It's a little deep, but the reason I think it's important for me to state here today is because when you have 500,000 of blog posts, which you will, I really hope some of you take this seriously. This is a really, really big deal. You're going to hear me say this a lot actually in the future, is that social media is the new Hollywood. I think that's the best sentence ever. Social media is the new Hollywood, because it really is. So this is our chance to be our own. It's your chance to own your own network, your TV network, your content network, with no big wigs in between telling you what you can do and can't do. It's a beautiful thing. So it's worth having things organized. I went on a little rant there. I'm going to go back to the training at hand. Unboxing Jeff Bezos. Now, where were we? We were here. We were doing the blog post, right? We were here. Okay, so now I have an image for Jeff Bezos here. So here's what the blog post contains. It contains an image with no graphics, no text on it whatsoever. I'll tell you the format, and I don't know if I'll tell you exactly why everything, like the reasons for everything in detail, because I mean, we'll be here for a very long time. But here's the bottom line is, this is what's going to pick up in Google. Okay, guys? This is what's going to pick up in Google, and it's going to show up in all kinds of different sizes. So you're going to get like whatever's kind of in the middle of the image is what's going to show up. So I don't want to fart around with text being cut off or my face being cut off. I just want an image that's only a high quality image that gets attention for the first image. The second image will be the cover art on our YouTube video. So this is what it consists of. The image, just an image, a blurb of text that describes your video or the content, another heading, which is the title. Let's update these as we go. Right here. Double click. Unboxing Jeff Bezos. You're going to type in your heading quite a few times throughout. I want my box. I'm doing this all manually because I think it's important for you guys to see me do it manually. So I'm only going to do this one time, right? I'm using keyboard shortcut keys right now. So instead of going paste like this, I'm actually just using Control-C, Control-V on my keyboard. I'll only say that once. I won't tell you every time. Here I am manually typing this in. Okay. Now, if you're a good writer and you have a long blog post, I'm just double clicking everything here, okay, guys? And if you have questions about this, please put them in our private Laboom Squad group, okay, guys? Because I can go in so much detail, and I can only go in so much detail. Okay. Okay, this gets really easy once you have this done. I'm going to show you how to insert an image from scratch first. But once it's inserted, you just replace it here. So I'm going to do both because I want to show you how to do it from scratch. If you click enter, look how cool this is. There's no positioning. This is important because it makes life a lot freaking easier now. A blog post, unlike a page, a blog post that we're on right now, limits you to what you can do. You can't move things around like you can on a page. So things are pre-formatted. That's a good thing. So things will not look all crooked, okay? Once you push enter, you have a plus sign. From here, you click the plus sign, And here you can either enter, you can either insert an image, a video. We're going to have to insert some code as well in a second here for the podcast. But let's add an image. Okay, now what does it do? Of course, it goes to our library in Wix. And guess what? I don't have my Jeff Bezos image in there yet, so it's perfect. I get to show you guys how to do it now. Upload media, upload from computer. Gonna go to my blog. This is just my structure, like I showed you. Life hacks. I'm gonna go random. This is my structure, like I showed you in unboxing Jeff Bezos. And here's the image I want to use. I'll double click it. It's uploading. See that? And now it's going to be in my, is it going? It's going. May take a few minutes depending on how big the image is. And then once it's uploaded, then I can add it from my library. And now it's in my library if I ever want to use it again. So now that it's selected, you see? I go add to page. Boom. There it is. Okay, guys? That's it. And if you want to add the caption to this image, go to settings, and there it is, title. So I'll put it in caps, just like this, to show you really quick. Unboxing. Done. See how I put it below? Just like I did up here, okay? So I just added this brand new, but I'm going to delete this because I already did it in the original blog post. Take out these white spaces, just like you would in a Word document or a Google Docs. Now here I want to show you how to replace it, because you want to do the less work possible, the less work necessary once you have one blog post created. So I'm going to go switch image, replace image, and guess what? Boom. Done. Done. Beautiful. I love it. I'm getting excited, as a matter of fact. I always get excited when I add new content. And here we have some text, okay? I created some text just the other day, as a matter of fact. So we're going to have to go to my YouTube channel, because remember, the next step is to bring in the video from YouTube. So I'm going to go to my YouTube channel. This is in previous modules, guys, on how to get your stuff up on your YouTube channel. I'm just going to go ahead. YouTube.com, The Wealthy Trainer. There it is. We're going to go to my channel. We're going to move fast. I say we're moving fast. I think we're moving quite
Dear
fast.
Boomer.
Okay. So if I go to videos, I'm just going to get my video. Going to go quick here, videos. All I'm doing, guys, is I'm going to find my Jeff Bezos videos. All I'm doing. Okay, I got it here. I'm not going to go in edit mode. I'm going to go in live mode. So there it is. That's my video. That's the video that I want to plug in here. Now, in my video, I've added a description. Okay, so here it is. This is my description. This is my my author skills. I found now, I've come to the realization that it is important to have some descriptive text. If you're a writer, what I recommend you do, and you're good at this stuff, I'm just going to copy this. If you're a writer, I'm going to strip it in Notepad. What I mean by stripping it in Notepad means if I paste it here, it gets rid of all the formatting that YouTube may have. Then I'm going to copy it from here. That's all I'm doing with that. I do that with everything. Whether I have to or I don't have to, it's a habit of mine. So that's up to you whether you need to do that. Sometimes it carries over the formatting is what I'm saying. Okay, so let's go back. Here we go. We got this here. I'm going to go and I'm going to replace that text. Little things that I do. I mean, there are little things that I do. For example, I like to paste the text in between two characters so it keeps the formatting, but I don't think it matters in this case. I'm going to go paste. There we go. See? Now, I mean, there's a bit of modifying there. I just got to make sure it's proper. Many people do not know this, but I used to carry Jeff Bezos around. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. In this video, I go live for the unboxing of Jeff Bezos. Okay. There we go. So I'm going to delete that. So I'm doing this for every blog post. And here's what I wanted to say earlier. Or here's what I was getting into. If you are a writer and you have a pretty good, you can say a lot. You can write a lot about your blog post. I recommend you do so. So you see how I have one paragraph? If you can do, I don't know, a whole page with like 200 words, I recommend you do it. It will only serve you. Now, why am I not doing that? If you're asking, because what I would do is I would have an image, and then I would like write a couple of paragraphs, have another image, write a couple of paragraphs, have another image. I would make this extremely media rich if you're playing at a very high level. I plan on playing at a very high level. Now, here's my dilemma. Why am I not spending all that time on this? I know you don't care, but I'm going to tell you anyways. People don't care about you in general, by the way. They care about themselves. So I'm just going to tell you in case you're in my situation. I find that my past content, well, I know for a fact it needs to go up here. So what am I going to use my time for? I'm going to use my time to teach you guys how to do this. That requires time. What am I going to use my time for? To teach you guys how to do this and create some awesome training? Or am I going to use my time to just work on an article? That's where, if you don't have to create, if you have time to do it, I would do it. You will notice, guys, in my future blog posts, let me go back here. I want to show you what they will look like. My future blog posts will kind of look like this. This, They're going to be big. They're going to be intense. They're going to be nice. They're going to be like real articles. They will. As I get better. It's not as I get better, as I play at a higher level. As if I've got like 10,000 people reading my stuff, it's no big deal. But what is it, 10 or 20,000? I figure in this year it'll be like 25,000 people will be watching my stuff. Is it worth it? Yeah, maybe it's worth it to create a nice article. But when you get into the millions of people watching your stuff, and if you're saying, well, you'll never get into millions, of course I will. And of course you will. I don't think you'd be doing this if you weren't planning on having millions of followers. Please don't think it's not possible. It's not only possible, it's very likely. Just put in the work. Do what we're doing here, okay, guys? Over and over and over and over again. Whoa. I went on a little motivational speaker blast right there, didn't I? Let's continue. Okay, so now, so far, so good. You down with me? Are you down with me? See how this is named accordingly, right? Remember the picture? I want to show you guys a little something, something. I have 3 blog posts just to show you the effectiveness of having blog posts. See, I've got 3 blog posts now. The clown, the money guy, and the unicycle. If I go to Google, just like this, I keyword everything. I have The Wealthy Trainer everywhere because that's my brand. So of course I own like every. I'm not only the first search result on Google as The Wealthy Trainer, but I'm like, whoops. Yeah, that's actually on Google. That's crazy. So I have to open in a new tab because that's actually on Google. That's all. It's crazy. It's crazy. These are all like literally my accounts on everything. They're my accounts, they're my content. But here's what I wanted to show you. This is where it gets really interesting. If I go to images, look at this, guys. Look who it is. It's the clown. Look who it is. It's the unicycle. And look who it is. He's down here somewhere. The money is. He's here somewhere. I saw it earlier. It's here. There he is. Look. Look at this. So what do you think is going to happen? I need to take a breath because I'm starting to really own my brand. Look, this is all me anyways. But once I put the names, because I put The Wealthy Trainer in my file names now. I'm trying to update the old, but what's important is to upload the new. Look at this, guys. I just put this up the other day. Literally the other day. Why is that picking up? Do you know why that's picking up? Because I'm naming my images like this with my keywords with The Wealthy Trainer in there. Okay? Whoops. Okay? That's why it's important to put it in the file name. Okay, I'm going to say something right now. I've got 3 blog posts. 3. 1, 2, 3. And here they are. 1, 2, 3. Where do you think these go to? Where do you think that goes to? Boom. There's where it goes to. Okay? Where do you think this goes to? Where's the other ones? The clown. Where do you think the clown goes to? Boom. That's where it goes to. Where do you think the money goes to? Wherever it is. It's here somewhere. Okay, you get the point. Look, these are even starting to pick up. Look. They're starting to pick up because I named them accordingly. Okay, I'm going to say something. I'm going to be very, very clear. I've got 3 blog posts with the proper naming on the images. 1, 2, 3. What do you think Google search results will look like when I have 10 blog posts? Well, obviously, I'll have 10 images up here or more. What do you think it'll look like when I have 20 blog posts? Look how many images. How many of these do you think I'll have? Look, I'm there with Grant Cardone. Isn't that crazy? What do you think that will look like? Octo content model. It's going to start showing you more and more and more. You're gonna literally own your brand. You're gonna own your brand and your name. What do you think is going to happen? Here we go. When you have 100 blog posts built this way. I rest my case. I'm going to continue now. I hope that got you a little pumped up. You may get this, you may not get this. You may go to bed tonight and say, "Oh my God, now I know what he's doing. Now I'm going to build my blog post this way exactly." Let's go. Video. Let's switch up the video. That's the one from Fear Feeds Fear. We're going to go fast here. There's the URL for the Fear Feeds Fear. I'm going to go to my video on YouTube for unboxing Jeff Bezos. I will go share here. I will copy this here. I will go back to my editor. I will paste it here. I will add and bada bing, bada boom. I'm going to publish. Oh no, I got to do this. Now, let's wrap this up pretty much, to be honest with you, because I need to talk about the podcast. I need to talk about including your podcast episode. Do you guys realize something here? Do you guys realize that next week is podcast week? I mean, next week, we're already... Let me get the weeks right here. I was off by the weeks. I said today was week 10. We're only week 9. I'm looking at my calendar. On week... Holy crap. Next week is podcast week. Oh, we're going to be on iTunes, guys. How do you feel about having an official podcast approved by Apple on iTunes? How do you feel about that one? That's crazy stuff. That is crazy. That's all happening next week. So just hang on tight. We're just getting warmed up. We kind of are. We're getting into voice next week. And then after that, we're going on to Alexa and Google Home. We're going into 1 million homes basically overnight. Whew, it's so exciting. So now, let's wrap this up. We got all this. You guys, let me know in the chat if you're clear on everything so far. Like, I mean, from this point all the way down here. Everything's pretty clear. We're going to go look at the blog. Well, we are looking at it now. Let's look, see this, okay? Now, here's what I do. I guide people to my YouTube channel in just a simple link. I got an emoji. Where did I get the emoji from? You guessed it, Emojipedia. I go, where do I go? I go movie. I think I put movie. Yeah, there it is, movie camera. That's what I used. Not mandatory. Do you want to guide people to YouTube? I always say that you don't want to bring people away from your blog, but in my case, I do. Only for the YouTube channel because I need to up my subscribers. I've got 2,000 subscribers, I think. Or is it 2,000? I need to bring that up. And I just want to get people used to coming to my YouTube because it just is going to help with the algorithm. And I want to get my YouTube numbers up. They're way too low. Okay? And what do I do for SoundCloud? I guide them out to SoundCloud as well. So that's just an external link. We could take a look at that right now. I'm going to click link. I go link opens in a new tab. I find that's important because I just don't want them to leave my site to go to YouTube. I want YouTube to open in a new window. So, and that's just the shareable link again. So when they go to YouTube and they close YouTube, they're back on my site, okay? That's all that is. So link. Now if we go down, oh, I want to obviously update that. That was the fear feeds fear, so let's go do that. Share. I'm on my Jeff Bezos video, copy. I'm going to replace the text, unboxing Jeff Bezos. Yes, I'm going to put the capital B before you guys yell at me in the chat there. Boom. I'm going to go here. Go like this. And go like this. And I'm just using the shortcut key. Save. And there we have it. Now it's going to go to the Jeff Bezos video right here. And from here they can watch it on YouTube. They can subscribe to my channel. They can give me a like. They can throw in a comment. It's just good. It's going to help. I'm not going to start reading comments because maybe the haters are coming out. You know how it works, eh? You know how that works. You know how that works. I don't even want to look at comments on here live because I try to ignore most of them. I try to ignore all of them. Okay, now, are you ready to input the podcast? Before I do that, I'll save that for last. You know why? Because I do not have one for the Jeff Bezos blog post. And let's attack it now. What the heck? Let's attack it right now since it's in this order. This is from your SoundCloud account. Let's go do that now. Let's go find that. Last week, I taught you guys how to open up your SoundCloud account. It's pretty simple, and how to upload your podcast episodes. This is mine. I won't teach you on how to do that right now. The cover art is simply, let's go get, I don't have one for Jeff Bezos, and I'll explain why. But I will still show you how to implement one. Let's go here. Okay. So the cover art is a perfectly square image, 1400 by 1400. I'm saying that fast now because you will use Canva to create your own. Okay, we went through that in one of the past Octo content sessions, Laboom Squad sessions. We also went through how to upload your audio, okay? So everything is sitting here now. If you've been following through, in our weekly sessions. I'm not going to go through that today. What I will do is I will show you how to bring this into your blog post, okay? That's what I'm going to do right now. Jeff Bezos doesn't have one because some of my blog posts will not have one. Let me explain really quickly what I mean by that. Some of my blog posts are going to be very visual, number one. They're not podcast worthy. Now, in the future, I want them to all be podcast worthy. But since I'm going back in my archives and uploading, making a blog post for every piece of content I've ever done, I think I'm over 400, maybe 500. I'll be doing this after Octo Content and after Brand Resume and after all my training. But I'll be taking 3 months going into complete isolation, just so you guys know. And it'll look like I'm online all the time because I'll be releasing new material, but it's not really new material. It's old blog posts. I'm catching up. So then my blog has 400 or 500 pieces. Then once I catch up with that, it should be in a really good position to make that run for that 8 figures a year and massive audience building. I have my dream. I have my vision. It's really big, and it consists of a blog with 500 blog posts on it, which I pretty well have good to go. That was just a little side note, big time. But the reason I said that is because some of them will not have a podcast episode. Don't worry about iTunes. We cover that next week. Right now, we just want to plug in your SoundCloud. I'm going to delete this, but I'm going to enter it again because I'm going to delete it with the delete key because this is how it would look on my regular blog posts. This is how it will look. Jeff Bezos doesn't have a blog post, a podcast to it because I'm taking out a magazine and stuff. I'll re-listen to it. I'll see if I want to do that, but for now, no. But I'm going to push enter to show you guys how to do this, okay? It's a little bit tricky here. What you have to do is you need to go plus, and then you need to go to this HTML code. Let me grab a sip of water. It's right beside me. There we go. A little cough. Okay, now let's keep rambling on. This is what we need to do for that. None of the other options, okay? This is the one we need. When we click this, it opens up a code window. Don't get scared because we're going to go to SoundCloud now. I'm going to go kind of slow here. Once we go to SoundCloud, we want to come to more. No, we don't. We want to go to share. Haha. Okay. We want to go to share. And do that again. We want to go under your audio, right above your profile picture. We want to go to share. Click that button. This will pop up. Here we want to go to embed. You see up here? Embed. Then we want to select this. We want to copy this. That's what we need to do. Now you can modify your stuff like enable autoplays, change your colors. I did change my colors. These are my brand colors. I changed that. So then once you copy this, after you've done all this, you want to make sure it's on the classic embed. See how you have different options? Whenever you make changes, this changes the code within here. I want you to be aware of that. So make all the changes you want, all the changes you need. Then copy this code. Then we go back to Wix. We go within here. Click within. Make sure this is on HTML code. Go in there and paste it. That's what we just copied out of that field. I'm going to cough. 1 second, please. And then you go save. Ta-da! There you have it. Isn't that beautiful? You may want to get rid of some white spaces like this. As a matter of fact, you do want to get rid of some white spaces to make it all pretty. And there you go. How beautiful is that blog post? Another thing, before we get into the story at the bottom, because that's self-explanatory. Yeah, that's self-explanatory. Wow, we went a little long today, didn't we? This is important right here. Post settings. Okay, the amount of details I will go into here is going to really be, I need to modify this, because what I do is, if you're going back in time, should I get into this? Yes, I'm going to say it really quick. If you're going back in time, I like to have the correct dates, because when Hollywood calls me to play in a sitcom, let's say, I'm a dreamer, guys, whatever opportunity comes up in the future, they're going to look at my content. And they're going to probably see how comfortable I am on camera if I'm going to be in like a Hollywood picture or something. I'm joking. But hey, a guy can dream, can't he? We're allowed to dream, are we not? Especially in the Laboom Squad. If they want to look how experienced I am, or how far I've grown, or maybe they're going to want to look at old videos of mine and see like when I was in a complete and utter alcoholic mess and see how much I've grown, or how little I knew back 2 years ago or 3 or 4 years ago, and how I've become such a master of my skills. You know what I'm saying? I want these dates to reflect that. So I will go and I will edit the published date. What will I edit it to? I will go to my YouTube and see when I actually did it. See, this is February 13th, 2020. So I will go and I will actually modify that to the actual date. And it's fun to, 13th? Before Valentine's Day? No way. Nice. February 13th, 2020. See? Save. So that's one thing I will do. And it's super fun, guys, to look back on your journey. Like, I don't know how many of you are millionaires, like, as you're listening to me today, but if you are, if it happened like within a couple of years, like for me, it happened within a couple of years, 3 years. And I felt it different. So I like looking back on my old videos and kind of looking at my poor little self, who, not poor money-wise, but scared little self. Just to see yourself grow. I like having the actual dates on these accurately. If you're going back and uploading old stuff, I mean. Okay, another thing in post settings that's important, if you go to categories, not categories, SEO. Right here. Super important. SEO up here. What's the post URL? You want to delete this because it says copy of Fear Feeds Fear. Delete that and give it a meaningful name. And guess what names I use? That's right. I use the name of the heading because that's going to pick up in SEO as well. Unboxing Jeff Bezos. Beautiful. Save. That looks good. That looks good. You can dig deeper, but I'm telling you guys right now. See, I should go back in. Look what's showing up on search engines with the emoji. How cool is that, eh? I'm telling you guys right now, Wix is amazing for SEO stuff. Okay, did we cover everything? Okay, all I'm going to say is, oh yeah, I'm going to tell you this too. You guys want another secret? Do you want another little Lalonde trick? It's a Lalonde trick for sure. I learned it from observing. I learned it from studying. I never really know which leaders I learned it from, but it's from SEO people. I'm really getting into SEO. About Marc Lalonde, the wealthy trainer, my story, a little story blurb, the best thing I can do for you guys is go to my blog. Under any blog post, I don't need to read it for you here because it talks about me. So for the story portion and for the scope of this training and for the time we actually have, I'm going to say, look at what I've done with my story and do the same for yourself. 2 reasons I say this. No, there's a lot of reasons. I think one of the big reasons is you are better than me at this probably, and I got an editor to do this. Like, I got an editor to do this stuff. This is not me. I'm not a good writer. So I think it's going to give you a good idea of the defining moments if you look at my actual story and about. There's defining moments, there's my past. Like, just look at the structure of the story. You need to get this done. We kind of discussed it a bit last week. But for the story blurb, keep it short. And yes, absolutely have it in every blog post at the bottom. Okay? Every blog post at the bottom. This you won't have to modify more than once. And I'm going to give you guys a little secret here, but this you won't have to modify more than once because you're doing save as, save as, save as, save as. Make sense? You got it so far? We're good? I hope so. I mean, today was freaking awesome. I thought it was awesome. It was super awesome. But there's some things I'm leaving out here, and I'm trying to think, what am I leaving out? If I go from the beginning, no, I think we have everything until next week. Okay, here's what I would say to you now before I publish this. I have to delete this now, okay, because I'm going to publish this on my blog. Actually, do I need to publish it now? No, I'm going to, because I want to review it. I want to test it. I think I could pretty well publish it now. But I don't want to. I'm going to reread it anyways. I'm kind of a detailed guy like that. But it's pretty well good to go. I'm going to remove this here. And yeah, that's it. And now that will be another blog post. That'll be amazing. We're getting there. What do I want to say about the story? Nothing. What do I want to say about the... Oh, yeah, right here. This is going to help your brand. If you go to my link here, on my name, I link to my About page. I'm going to show you real quick. Why not show you, right? My About page, which is the one I showed you right here. I want as many people to see that page as possible. And if I go to... Here's what's really cool. Really cool. My brand, The Wealthy Trainer, that's what I want people to... That's my brand. That's what I want people to know. I wanted The Wealthy Trainer to be a household name. Not necessarily Marc Lalonde. That's hard to pronounce. People don't get Marc with a C. Some people call me Marc Laboom. Some people call me Marc Le Monde, or some people say Lalonde. Like, it's just from a global standpoint of English speaking people. The Wealthy Trainer is so much more brandable for me. I chose that a long time ago when I started. I had this vision. I want to talk about health and wealth and the wealthy. There's this guy in Canada. He's called the Wealthy Barber. Then there's another guy who's doing some big speaking with, who's he talking with now? Maybe Richard Branson. Who is he talking with? Bob Proctor, maybe. He's the Wealthy Cop, and I don't know. It's just the Wealthy Trainer, because I was a personal trainer, stuck with me, and I said, this is perfect, health and wealth. And I ran with that, and I made a little cartoon face. You can see him in pretty well everything I do here. And this is what I want the brand to be. So for me to rank up everywhere with these 3 words, here's what I do. You guys may want to take notes here. I go google.com. Now you may want to take notes here. I link it to Google, www.google.com. Then the front slash, I would write this down on a piece of paper, like if you're stuck or if you have something to type it. After the front slash, I want you to type the word search. Then you want to put the word question mark, not the word question mark. Then the letter Q, that's for query, but you don't type query. So question mark, Q, equal sign. Then you want to put in the 3 words to what you want to rank up number 1 with. So the, and in between the words, you want to put the plus sign. Plus sign. You guys see what I did there? I hope it's big enough. So https://www.google.com/search question mark letter Q equal sign your first word plus sign your next word plus sign your next word plus sign whatever you want to own. So when someone types in the wealthy trainer into Google, I want to not only own the first link, I want to own everything. I want to cover every page in the first top 10. The top 10 pages, I want every single link on there and every single image with time, okay? Now here's what that's going to do. Because it's on your page and people are hitting it from different locations around the world, that is creating massive credibility as far as Google's concerned for you. That means that people from all around the world are searching for your term, okay? And it's going from your blog post. Okay? I'll leave that at that. I won't go too technical into that. But they're like outside links going to your blog, okay guys? And there you have it. What an amazing week this week was. I'm not going to publish this because I'm going to remove this. I'm going to review it when I'm not actually doing a training. And this is amazing today. I'm actually, I'm really happy with how today went. You now know how to create the perfect blog post. And I'll leave you with this. This is a game. Yeah, here we go. Marc Lalonde's closing thought on today's session and really the whole game. You are in a position to really grab the wheel to your own life here, to have a voice in this world. And what do you want to use your voice for? That depends. It's your voice. It's your voice. You're going to amass an audience of your own tribe. I don't care if you're bringing them in 100 at a time or 1,000 at a time or 10 at a time or 1 at a time. Just keep bringing them in and keep nurturing them. Get them to know you as a person. If you're a business person, share that. If you're selling a product, share that. If you're going through a divorce and you're struggling with, getting back on your feet, share that. If if you just found something out that you're excited about, share that. Just share pieces of you along the way. And it is a game of patience, folks. For those of you that want to make money right away, go sell stuff. Like, there's no secret to making money. There's no get rich quick. But this method that we're learning right here on branding you and building your own audience is a long-term play. Okay, folks? Keep doing what I'm doing right now. Keep doing what I've showed you how to do tonight. Keep doing that, and then it will feel like it's a get-rich-quick thing. It'll feel like, oh my God, I'm clicking my mouse button once and I just made 100 grand. Or as Ty Lopez does, I click my mouse button once and I make $1 million. I'm just clicking my mouse button. Why didn't it work 10 years ago or 5 years ago? Okay, you guys understand? Okay, I hope so. I hope so. You're in the right place at the right time. Don't let little technical mishaps stop you from moving forward, okay? Just figure them out as you go. I'm providing you with as much as I possibly can in the amount of time I have. Done. What an amazing Thursday. Guess what? I will see you next Thursday, guys. For those of you that are opening the school, the Dirty Dozen, next Tuesday, I'll see you on Tuesday. And for those of you that are in the Laboom Squad, next week is probably going to be one of my most exciting weeks for me. We are launching your podcast and we are going to the world of iTunes. Okay? We may even go to Stitcher, Spotify. We may go to multiple sound channels, multiple stations. We'll see. But iTunes for sure. Okay, guys, have an amazing Thursday. I love you all. And just contribute in the group. When you have blog posts that are up and running, put them in a private Laboom Squad group. Love you guys. I'll see you next Thursday for the podcast launch. Okay? Love you. Bye-bye.